But you know what else we did?
What?
We played Pokemon Go today.
We did play Pokemon Go today.
It's a game. It's an AR game. At this point, what do you think of Pokemon Go?
Look, it's time waster.
Time waster.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people like it. A lot of people think it's mediocre. I know, like, there's still so many people out there that just... But these are all the people who are also like, GTA is too bad, don't put it on our shelves, our kids shouldn't be watching that. It's like all of those people who are like, I remember when Pokemon Go first came out and I was like taking a picture of a pelican at Wellington Point. I went for a drive to Wellington Point, taking a picture of a pelican. And these old ladies thought I was playing Pokemon Go, and they're like, they weren't cursing at me, but they were cursing about me to each other. And I was just like, I'm taking a fucking picture. But like, there's obviously people who are against gaming, and they're the sort of people that'd be like, nah.
They'll die soon.
Yeah. And then you've got, probably I fit further into the category of like people who like really like Pokemon Go, but I'm not going to sit there and spend a whole lot of time on it because I don't have time to spend on it. I would love to be able to be like, all right, guys, we're going for a raid today. Yeah. Like just randomly, and that would be awesome. I think kids today should be doing more of that. That would be fun.
When I felt like a kid doing this, I'd be probably more obsessive than I am now.
Yeah, me too. I probably would have filled out the Pokédex by now.
I'm very close, but I've also been playing it proper for 2 years now, and like that's me. Like I am obsessive about it, but because I'm obsessive about Pokemon, it's like I don't like my relationship with Pokemon because I get sucked into it. Like playing Alpha Sapphire, I did nothing. Like I was at home and I would spend the entire day just playing it, and then I finished the complete single player Pokédex on that. A whole one. I didn't work because after in the post game you can start collecting regional. Extra regions. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with that. Yeah. I just finished Hoenn and then bounced and caught all the legendaries, even if they weren't Hoenn. But I finished the Kanto Pokédex completely. I finished Johto except for regional exclusives, which is Unknowns, Kasola, and I'm blanking on it. I know. Yeah, I finished Hoenn except for Whale Lord because I'm saving him for potential quests, region exclusives and legendaries. Yeah,
tell you what I've got.
And then that's like it. And then Sinnoh, there's still too much out and I haven't got all of them. But that's why I do raids now because I'm in the end game. I'm trying to get legendary Pokemon too.
We're in the end game now.
Yeah, like it is like.
I think the raids are the more fun part. Like raids when you're up in with like when you're out and about with like a group of people playing Pokemon Go. It's really fun because everyone's like, I need this Pokemon, and then you like converse with each other and do your own thing. I accidentally got into a catching thing.
You clicked on it.
And then but raids are really fun. I like the idea of having a lot of people at once doing some stuff. Today was really fun when we did that.
When it wasn't pissing down rain.
Yeah, when it wasn't pissing down rain. But when we went...
at the start, like...
Yeah, and when we went to go do stuff, it stopped.
Yeah.
So that was alright. But, I'll tell you what I've got with my Pokédex if I get back into the right thing.
Pokédex, the top one.
So in Kanto, I've got 124.
That's actually good. Nearly there.
Out of all of them, out of every region, I have still yet to get the final evolution of any starter. I've gotten the second of most of them, but the final, I had Charmander as my buddy for the longest time, but then again I wasn't really playing it, and Adventure Sync wasn't a thing back then, so
Adventure Sync, like that is like one of the best additions to this game. Like you don't have to have your phone open to like have this game going anymore, like
which is good because that was the battery killer.
Yeah, that's the battery killer.
When you were just
I think
walking
that was
around.
Now people like you because of Adventure Sync, you're more inclined to just like check in. Oh, a couple of eggs hatched. I got a couple of candy for my buddy. Dick around with some presents and then move on. Like it's great for that now.
Yeah. No, I've got I still don't have a Crobat because Zubats used to be everywhere and now they're nowhere. I regret not catching more of them.
What's your Johto number?
Johto 47.
Nearly halfway.
Yeah, nearly halfway for Johto. But there's a lot of like Johto Pokemon were really popular when Johto came out.
Yeah, now they're
and then it's so
few and far between.
It's so hard to find any Johto Pokemon now.
I'm hoping they'll do a Johto event really soon.
It's really fun. It's really easy to find Johto Pokemon in eggs.
Yeah, that's where they are.
Eggs are everywhere
eggs
for them.
Raids.
But
eggs. What was I going to say? Johto, I'm hoping they'll do a Johto event, and then with that they'll do the regional exclusives, because that's how I got all the Kanto ones. Is that they just chucked them in all of the 7K eggs, just like hey, try and hatch a Tauros, a Mr. Mime, and all that. Yeah. I'm like, cool, I'll do that. I did that. It was fun. What's your whole number?
63.
Yeah, no.
That's. I think I'm a few off.
135 is the number for
Hoenn,
yeah.
Yeah. What was the number for Johto? It's 100, isn't it?
Yeah, they added 100 in that.
And then Sinnoh, I'm at 18.
I'm at 66. And not all the Sinnoh Pokemon have been released. Like, I was talking to you that know evolution, like they don't have Glaceon, Iceon, Leafeon. Iceon. I called my
Iceon
from Roma. You know what everyone's sleeping on? The fact that the evolution could evolve again.
Oh, true.
Yeah, like everyone's like, oh, but all the different types. Like, let's get all like 20 types on here. And I'm like, you guys are sleeping on the fact that like Flareon could become Larvaeon or something. I just like that possibility, but no one thought of that, at least what I've seen.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they did that next. 20,
they'll probably get to that, and they'll be like, hey, you guys like Eevee? Boom. Now they've all got new forms.
I think they were talking, like, I think the thing that I found really interesting was the fact that Eevee could have a normal type evolution.
Yeah.
Where it just evolved into another normal type, and it was just Eevee, but looked cooler and was stronger and bigger and stuff.
And then it could evolve again into another normal type. And then
I would find it really interesting if they finally, like, if they evolved Flareon into, like, a fire-flying type.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, and then have, like, Eevee, dual type.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if Pokemon keeps going the way it is in terms of, like, just fucking going forever, Eevee's going to be, like, one of the most, like, sought-out Pokemon and then IV train that, you have, like, the perfect Pokemon, basically. Maybe that's why they don't do it. So you don't cheat your way with just one Pokemon to get the Pokemon you want.
Lordy. I know, like, it'd be really good if they just took the original 3 and then made a third evolution for them. Like, you could go Fire Flying for Flareon, you could go, like, Water Dragon for, Vaporeon. And then Jolteon, you could probably go, like... You know what we don't usually see?
What's that?
Electric Poison.
I think there's a couple later in, like, Gen 5 on, I think. But, yeah.
It'd be, like, interesting, like, maybe, like, an Electric... Dark? There's already a Dark Eevee type. Electric Ghost would be cool. But I think Rotom is...
Yeah, let's say Rotom, yeah.
That's fine. You have more than one.
Found out the other day he's not a legendary.
Yeah, I know. He's just like one of the rarer ones.
Yeah, he's like people like he's in the same category as like a Snorlax or a Sudowoodo. I'm like, interesting. I always considered him a legendary, a very minor legendary, like. But yeah,
like Farfetch'd in the original series.
Farfetch'd, you could catch him.
Not in the original series. You were given him. You couldn't catch him.
Yeah, you could catch him.
What, in red?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, I thought you could only... I thought you just got him from talking to someone.
I think you can get him that way, but I think you can go and catch him.
Oh, okay.
I think. Whereas Snorlax is the one where you can... I think there are two of them where you can Poke-Flute. And then
you get the one at the docks, and you get the one at the hill.
Yeah, the cave. Outside the cave, yeah. Yeah, that was a plot twist. I was going through like, what are the Sinnoh Pokemon do we need? Not Rotom, apparently. But then Rotom has like 9 different forms, like Wash Machine and Tesla.
Rotom Tesla.
But I like what?
This just in, Elon Musk worked with Pokemon to create Rotom. As a self-driving car.
Yeah, like I've really fallen down the Pokemon Go well because like I don't know why. Like We'll see when Gen 5 rolls out if I'm still interested in it.
Yeah, Gen 5, I didn't.
Like, I have no interest in post-Gen 5 at all. Like...
For me, Gen 5, I completely skipped. Gen 4, I was half interested in.
Yeah.
It was, for me, it was like, I was really interested in Gen 1. Gen 2, I lost interest. Gen 3, I gained interest. Gen 4, I played it a little bit, but I never had a DS, so I didn't play it. Gen 5, I have not even played Black or White, ever. Or Black and White too. I've never played Gen 5. But everyone told me that it was really good. Like the Pokemon, not so much, but everyone said that the story was great.
Yeah, that was the thing I was told. Like, yeah, the story's good. I'm like, I doubt it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to go back to that now since I'm like so used to what it is in Gen 6. Because in Gen 6, like, and people have even pointed this out to me. Gen 6 is so different to like Gen 7 or even
Gen 5.
No, Gen 6 or the remake of Gen 3, Alpha Sapphire, because they've said to me like in Gen 6, just try walking around. It's all very linear, whereas in like Alpha Sapphire you can like run around in a circle or like go whatever direction you want. But in Gen 6 it's still like
it's still on a
up down thing. Left right.
When I was playing Alpha Sapphire, it's a little bit. I can still tell I was walking on like an octagonal like directional thing, but it was better.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't horrible, it still felt natural. And then, like, the only time I would use the D-pad is because, like, you use the D-pad and then it would, like, slide you into, like, where the actual lines were.
Yeah.
And then to get into, like, buildings and stuff when the D-pad, when the analog stick was being odd.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but other than that, like, you did go to the D-pad, hop in. I
still enjoy it. I still enjoy every Pokemon game. I wouldn't mind going back and playing Black and White. I just don't know if I'd have the patience.
Yeah. That's my thing, is just like, I want to try Gen 6, Gen 7, but I'm like, going back to Gen 5, DS games specifically, like, I wouldn't mind playing the DS games I played, because I know them and I know their art style, but when I haven't played, I'm like, I don't know if I have the patience.
I need to go play Heart Gold, because I never played Gen 2. Like, I played Gen 2 up to the point where I specifically remember, I always got up to the point where you got your first phone contact, like that random trainer that just gives you the first phone contact. That's where I got up to every time, and then I just stopped playing. So I want to go through and play Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I want to go through and play Diamond Pearl. I want to go through and play Black and White and Black and White 2, because they're the games I haven't played. Mm-hmm. And if I do that, then I'll play all of that, and then I'll go on to Gen 7.
Oh, 7.
Because I've never played Gen 7. Yeah. Gen 6 is probably my favourite of all time.
Okay.
Because
of all time?
Yeah, like Gen 3 was always the stakeholder for me, and then Gen 6 came along, and I really liked Gen 6. The thing that I hated about it, though, is because people hyped it so much, and then Pokemon got a new CEO, and things got weird, and then the new CEO was like, nah, we're not following the trend anymore. So there was so much potential that was in Gen 6 just wasted.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I've talked about this before, but there was so many like secret rooms and stuff like that you couldn't go into, and people were like, there's going to be a sequel or a third game. Yeah. And that's what they usually did, but in this one they're like, no. Apparently it was in the works, and then the new CEO came in and was just like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Which is
one perspective of like, we got to keep the formula unpredictable.
Yeah. And I get that.
But like, if there's content there.
Yeah. Just finish it off. Yeah. Just finish that off. I would have really liked that. But at the same time, I'm still really happy we got a Gen 3 remake.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I stick around for a few more years, they'll do a Gen 4 and 5 remake.
Yeah,
but they might not.
Like, now there's 3 lines. There's the core new gens.
Yeah.
There's the remake line, and now there's the Let's Go line.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be even longer. Like, I probably would play a Gen 5 remake. I'm definitely going to play Gen 4 remake.
Yeah.
Because I do like Gen 4. Like, that, I finished the Diamond Decks. You probably have to wait for a Gen 6 remake to get all that extra content. And that's fucking 2030, maybe?
Yeah, I'll be old.
This will be
I'll have kids playing it.
Maybe. It'll be an excuse. I have a 60-month free trial. I'm buying Pokemon. Not how that works.
I don't need an excuse.
But yeah. I'm just trying to think.
But I want to go through, because the legendaries have a huge part to play in Gen 5, and that's why I'm interested. Because the legendaries in all the other games have just sort of been like Yeah, the main gang is after him.
Yeah.
And you don't really find that out until halfway, but you knew the whole time anyway.
That's what I do like about Hoenn, is that it started integrating the legendaries into the story.
Yeah.
Because, like, Hoenn and Kanto take place at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So while Red's going off, like, oh, I'm just trying to, like, do the Pokemon League, and, oh, I've got to stop Team Rocket because they're being mean. Meanwhile, like, male Brendan is like, fuck, I've got to stop the drought/flood. Oh, fuck, Rayquaza's here? Like...
Deoxys.
Yeah, just go to space and deal with that shit. Like... Yeah, I just find the dichotomy of that really weird. And even, like, Johto and Sinnoh happen at the same time. So you've got this kid going around like Johto, like, there's a couple, like, Team Rocket's back, I've got to kill this basically broken team to begin with, because they're in shambles. I came across a couple of legendaries in Crystal, like, there's Suicune running around, and then in Diamond, like, I've got to stop space and time from collapsing in on itself.
Because in Johto, that was a cool thing that they did, wasn't it? Is that you had to sort of hunt the dogs down. Isn't that right?
Yes. In Crystal, Suicune was just there. But yeah, those the dogs were the first Pokemon to be roaming, and like you could, if you attacked it, it would run. If you did anything, it would run, which made it really annoying to try and catch them. And Latios, also very annoying.
Yeah, they were a pain in the ass.
Those are the Pokemon I used.
The remakes just fucking hand them to you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I have one. Yeah. But it was cool how they did it. Like,
yeah, I do like the story beat for it. Like, Steven comes in like, hey, I also got the Mega Stone for it, so we can just Mega Evolve right now. I'm just like...
I like how they did soaring. Soaring was a fun aspect, especially with the legendaries and all of that. That was great.
Yeah, that was actually really smart.
Yeah, I loved that remake. I wish I spent more time with it, but I just lost interest halfway through. I played the whole game through, but when it got to like all of the after game stuff is when I stopped playing.
I really liked the Delta episode.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I liked how they did that too, because like this... You don't expect suspense in a Pokemon game. You just sort of like, Pokemon, charge through, just attack, whatever, who cares? But then at the end of the league, it like faded to black, and then it was like the Delta episode. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I knew it was coming because I was using Cerebi as a guide, and then it's like on the side, just like Delta episode. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Click on it. Like, it is extra post-game content. I'm like, shit, cool. So yeah, when I got to it, I'm like, let's go.
I would like to be able to play my DS games on my Switch. I mean, I hope that they do something for that after this DS is retired.
Yeah. I don't know, because like the only games you can get, like Pokemon, the first two gens on 3DS and Wii U. Yeah. I think you can get them on Wii U. I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, those are the only ones that have ever come off, like that aren't remakes. They're just straight up ports. But I would love to be able to buy any of them on the Switch.
It just sucks with the DS because they were...
2 screens, yeah.
They had to implement the second screen. Fucking hell.
That's why,
just like that's fucked it all.
Yeah. Remakes will sort all that out.
Like, it'd be good. It wouldn't be too bad. Like, they could do what they... it wouldn't really work, though. It would have worked with the Wii U. Yeah. Because they could have done, like, on screen and then in your lap, all the touchscreen stuff here, and then on screen you can do all the other shit. That would work.
But you can't do that with an actual Switch. Competent console, a cool Pokemon game would have been really cool. Yeah. Like Pokemon Ranger, or even a cool Pokemon game. Yeah. We're never going to get any of that now.
No, Wii U's retired.
It's fucking dead in the mud. Like,
it was a good idea, but I mean, every time I saw it, I was just like, there's not a huge point. If they had just waited a little bit longer and refined it.
Which is what the Switch is. Like, they needed that extra couple years for the Switch.
But, like, I like the idea of being able to have this end on the screen. Yeah. Like, that's a cool thing. Maybe if they have, like, something later on down the track that does that, like, an add-on to the Switch, maybe. Yeah. That just, like, communicate. Yeah. You could do that.
I think you can use, like, 2 switches. Like, you can have a Switch on the end and then a Switch in hand, and then I think that's how multiplayer works. So, ideally, you could have...
Yeah, but at the same time, who's going to buy 2 switches? Yeah. Like, just... If they created, like, an add-on, it would be alright. Like, make it so that Maybe if they were to make a Pokemon game, Pokemon port, they could do like you buy this game, you get this thing that comes with it that just...
It would be the first time Pokemon does that.
Yeah.
Pokemon's great for add-ons. Pokewalker. Poke Camera. Oh, that was just Game Boy Camera in general. You can print out to the Game Boy printer.
I remember that.
I don't remember, like, I've never seen them in real life, but they were always in cash converters, and, like, I've seen memes of them.
What did you need to print? That's what I don't get. It's like, what are you like? You're not allowed to take your Game Boy to school, and you still want to show your friends your cool Pokemon. So you're like, printing this out. Mom, look at my Charizard. Cool, sweetie.
It wasn't even shiny. Shiny didn't exist then.
No. When did they come into play?
Johto. That's Red Gyarados is the tutorial for that.
Yeah, because that was like a legend. But then the Red Gyarados comes back in Gen 4.
Does it?
Pretty sure, because they talk about it being in the lake. Wait a second. Fuck, I don't know.
If they talk about it, it takes place at the same time, so that makes sense.
Either that, or I'm just remembering Heart Gold.
You're probably remembering Heart Gold.
I can't even remember what. Do you have any spare copies of those things?
No, I love my copy of Heart Gold. So
I need to find.
Fucking Heart Gold may be the best game. Like Heart Gold or Silver might be the best game because you can have all the Pokemon follow you. That gives it many points.
Yeah.
And then like Johto has like the two regions.
It just sucks because I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like to go back and play these games, but Pokemon games don't lose value. You still go to fucking buy a copy of Gold,
yeah,
like Heart Gold, and it's like, yeah, I mean, like it's not $60 anymore, but it's still $45.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is a fucking pre-owned 7 million year old game, and then EB's still like, $45, please, give me the money. Okay, well then how much will you take it as a pre-owned? $2.
Yeah.
I give you $2, and if you want, I give you credit.
You know, yeah, like, my housemate's partner, she's playing Heart Gold as her first, and like, that's a really good starting point because you do get the two of them. You get, and Johto's still basic enough. Like, it's not like universe altering time and space bullshit. It's not all the convoluted legendary shit that ends up happening in the newer games.
Except for the unknown.
I don't know, that's like a mystery that you can, like, it's off on its own, like it's not part of the main quest, and you dig into that on your own, like, oh, this is really cool, what the fuck's going on here? Whereas, like, the main quest is just, like, even, like, hearing stuff from, like, Ultra Sun and stuff about, like, Ultra Beasts and...
Oh, my God.
Like,
I'm so turned off from that.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons why I haven't played Gen 7, and I think Gen 7 shouldn't have been Gen 7, it should have been they should have just had Gen 7 as a add-on to Gen 6.2. They should have just done Gen 6.2 and then been like, and you can travel to Alola and do all this shit. That would have been much better because it's not... Like, I get they don't want to follow the formula, but, like, why did they get rid of so much and change so much? Like, it turned me off. I know a lot of people still played it, but all the people who played it that I know is still, like, saying that it's not the same. They didn't enjoy it as much as other games. Like, Pokemon works because of the formula.
Yeah. I don't mind switching it up.
Yeah, like, switch it up where you like, but there are some elements that should stay the same. Like, the trials were weird. They probably should have just stayed gyms.
I'm excited for the gyms to become fucking full-on stadiums in Gen 8. That seems really cool. I like the idea of...
Is that actually going to happen?
Yeah, they confirmed that. Oh. Like all those big stadiums, like football stadiums, you walk into, they're actual gyms. They're not gym leaders, they're gym masters this time. But other than that, they seem pretty much the same. And I'm excited.
I love the memes about that. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor. What fucking take me on? You gonna fucking Pokeball or what? What is it? The thing that excited me was like this year for Pokemon and then Pokemon Go is that like Pokemon Go is going to do a Detective Pikachu event, which means we're probably going to get Detective Pikachu in the game, even if it's just a hat. Like that'll be so simple.
It's just Ryan Reynolds.
I love if it's voiced. Which one would hope, but I doubt they will do it, that you can get Detective Raichu. Because like there's so many different forms of Pikachu, like Pikachu with sunflower hats, Pikachu with glasses, and they can evolve. Like you can also get a Pichu and then evolve it into Raichu with sunflower hat, glasses.
Oh, it still
kind of
carries
like Detective
over?
Pichu and Detective Raichu, but they might just lock it for Pikachu because of reasons. But then I don't know. There's so many things they could do for Pokemon Go. And then like when Gen 8 comes out, I doubt they're going to roll out Gen 8 Pokemon.
Pokemon Go is a very perfect platform though for Pokemon Company in the fact that everybody's always begging for more Pokemon content. Pokemon Go can give it out at will. As they see analytics of people dropping off, they just like, event.
Like that's why the Rayquaza event was out this week.
Like, they do so much like that, and people just staying interested. Now people are talking about Pokemon. People talking about Pokemon a lot, and they've set benchmarks for like the most sold product ever.
Yeah, no, it's more popular now than it was at launch. Yeah. Like people are putting more money into it, and like at launch, I did not fucking put a cent into that game. That game was broken. It did not work. I had fun with it, but I wouldn't have paid a cent for it. Now I do pay for it. Like I give them I pretty much only pay money for what are they called, incubators, and that's it. Just incubators.
Yeah. I'll pay money for incubators if I know I'm going to do a lot of walking around.
Yeah, and to me that's worth it. Like I'm walking, I'm doing stuff, and like I like paying for things that I enjoy, which is why I buy video games new. I don't like buying them pre-owned. I will buy them cheap because EA the cunt. But yeah, I think I'll pay for that service now. Pokemon Go, I think I just wish it would work better. Like I know it's really hard, like because the GPS around the world, but like just some of the GPS stuff still doesn't work properly. When you run the app too long, the phone overheats, which makes the processing power go longer, and then like your phone's having trouble trying to keep up with it. Like Pokemon Go isn't like Infinity Blade. It shouldn't like be taking all the processing power. It's a bit ridiculous.
It is a bit intense.
Yeah, it's like the Chrome.
The only thing I would like from Pokemon Go now is it kind of works, but at the same time it doesn't. They need to be able to find a way to regulate the amount of Pokemon of a specific type there is at a time. Because like at the moment, I've been playing all year so far, like all year, like from 2019 at the start, I've been playing it pretty regularly. Yeah. And it's all just been the same. Gulpins, Slugma, like there's just heaps and heaps of the same Pokemon, and then every now and again you'll get a cool Pokemon. In a country, especially like Australia, where the weather never fucking changes, it'd be nice for them to take like ownership of that issue and be like, okay, well, maybe more events, or
they are doing more events. Like the next one coming up is a grass event, because it's the Equinox event, so there's going to be more grass Pokemon coming around, which will help with you, all some kind of thing.
I think I'll probably be done by the time.
And then all evolve the grass evolution, like evolve like Ivysaur and Venusaur.
When do you reckon they'll be doing the next lot of research quests?
The next lot, I don't know, because they put out Celebi, which was the second one, and we're like, wow, they're doing Celebi. And then they pumped them out pretty quickly after that, because they went Celebi, the Halloween event, and then Let's Go.
What do you mean?
Melton.
Because... Wait a second, it's just frozen. Because I don't think I got those events. Do you have to be logged in to get those events, or...?
No, yes.
Yeah, I would have thought so, because I wasn't there for Halloween. Or maybe it's like a time... thing.
The Halloween one is specifically if you didn't start the quest during that event, you don't get that quest, which means you can't get Spiritomb unless they bring it back, which they might. They pumped him out really quickly there, and then it's just been silence. I'm like, give us the fucking Giachi quest. Like that's the next one, because Mew, Celebi, Giachi are all the same.
They always thought Jirachi was going to be in Gen 6, because if you look at the map, it looks like Jirachi's head.
Okay, interesting.
But Jirachi's a funny Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm going to get into my specials and explain where I'm up to with everything. I've been playing quite regularly. I'm a lot further behind than a lot of other people that play because Keen's been playing a lot more than I have. I've been playing since the launch day, but a lot less frequently.
Same. Yeah, I took a year off. Like I played for like that couple months, and I'm like, this is
it took them about a year to refine it.
Start. Now it's a game I'd like to play.
Yeah, because at the start it was all very Rattata, Caterpie, Weedle, and Zubat, and then you'd be lucky to get a Pidgey or a Spearow.
Or a Ghastly.
Ghastly was a lot more regular back then, but you'd have to be up at 12.
Yeah.
That was the deal. Like if you were up at 12, but like that's just not feasible for me anymore.
Well, even then, I'm like, fuck, I've got shit to do.
Yeah. Well, there's a Dialga.
Yeah. We tried raiding today for Rayquaza and Dialga, and just Dialgas weren't popping up, and then everyone's like, I'm going home now. I'm like, that's fair.
Now, since then, we've found 2.
Everywhere. And now we don't have the group.
Yeah.
And they are harder than Rayquaza, because Rayquaza, you can do double super effect ice attack it, whereas only really ground and fighting is super effective. And so not double?
When Pokemon Go started, the region-exclusive Pokemon were a lot more... What would you call it? They were everywhere. What do you call? Prominent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
Kangaskhan's still fucking everywhere.
Yeah, Kangaskhan is still everywhere, but not to the same extent. Like, when I first started, Kangaskhan would be every second Pokemon in Carindale.
I mean,
like,
you load it up more than once a day, it's there.
Yeah, so we've got... I'm up to the 5 out of 8 for a mythical discovery, which is Mew.
Yes.
And I have one more thing to go there. I just need to catch a ghost-type Pokemon, which is fucking hard here.
Yeah.
I almost got it, but Misdreavus ran away from me.
Oh no.
I'm up to 3 out of 8 for a Ripple in Time, which is what?
Celebi.
Celebi's
a time traveler.
So I've got to use a Sunstone to evolve a Gloom or a Sunkern. I'm doing Sunkern. I'm actually further along with the Sunkern, so there's no point in me doing Gloom.
Yeah.
And then let's go Miltank, which is weird. Do you actually get a Meltan at the end of it?
Yeah, you get a Meltan at the end of it.
How do you evolve Meltan?
400 candy.
How do you get 400 candy of Meltan?
You walk it, and 1 candy is 20 Ks. Which, fuck that. Or you keep interacting with Let's Go, and every week you can open the box, the Meltan box, and with that it will give you just like in half an hour of Meltan spawn. And then you bury them, catch them, and you usually get about 100 each time you do that.
I could do that. That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Evolve a Grima.
You have to get to Fuchsia City though to import Pokemon over.
Where's that?
7th gym? 6th gym.
That's not too far off. I've got to evolve Grima, catch 5 Slugma, Gulpin, and make 20 Great Throws for Let's Go Meltan, which I'm not that far off evolving a Grima.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're the 3 I've got at the moment, and all of the field research at the moment is so repetitive, and they're not very rewarding.
You can delete the quests.
Yeah, I know you can, but I usually just have the same ones pop up because I'm around the same Pokestops. There's a giraffe rig around. Anyway,
like for me, like I'm in the. I think I already said this on the podcast. Yeah, I'm on the end game. For me, I'm just like waiting for Legendary to come out, and hopefully I can get them, and then and region exclusives. That's the only thing that I'm waiting for. It'd be nice if it wasn't just because I've noticed recently the legendaries that are out mostly is just Dialga, sometimes Palkia. Palkia was last month. Yeah. Those legendaries are on a monthly cycle. Yeah. Rayquaza is just this weekend. Yeah. Last month, the weekend was Latias. So raids, and there's usually they're the legendary raids, and they don't have as many. You've got Deoxys and EX raids. What's that? EX raids is there's EX gyms. They have a little thing in the top corner of your screen. It'll say EX gym, EX raid gym. When a raid goes there, you can battle in that raid. It can be any raid, and then there's a possibility that there's a possibility you'll get an invitation, and then the invitation say, "Hey, come into this EX raid. You'll be able to catch at the moment Deoxys." They're cycling through all the forms of Deoxys because they're really normal, now it's attack and it's about to go on defense. Mewtwo was the one before that. Mewtwo's been cycled out. And then with that invitation, you can invite up to one person with you. So you have to hope. And the thing about EX raids is that people who have them congregate on one spot because it's at very specific times. Like, hey, you've got like, you can usually get like a month notice. Like, hey, 29th of March, going to be here this time. And again, I think it's your time zone that again, Pokemon are pretty good at your time zones. No, it's not. All the news is Pacific time. Anyway, and then yeah, once you're all there, you can battle. Attack Deoxys was really easy because its defense is fuck all. Yeah. And the people I was there with got miscommunication and like didn't tell us that they were quitting out of the raid. So me and my friend Tom, who you met today, we did it by ourselves, and he only was level 22 or so at the time. Yeah. And I had like a perfect counter team, and I'm just pretty much doing all the hard work there. And we just did it by ourselves. I'm like, wow, this was really like I expected the EX raid to be fucking hard. And I think probably Mewtwo was, but Attack Deoxys, fucking bitch, dies instantly. But yeah, that's another thing. There's just so many layers, and like a lot of it you don't know because there's a lot like if you're not playing it every day or paying attention every day, there's so much news, and like the news isn't current. Like, oh, in about a week's time we're doing this, and you're like, I don't what. Which is why Go Ranger app, it tracks all that. So it's like, hey, here are the current events that's going on, here's all the upcoming ones, this is when it'll happen, here's when the next community day is, and all like the features of it. It's really good. So I'm like, that's a lot of stress off my brain. Excuse me. And then, and then like the more you get into it and play it, like the more systems there are. Like you realize there's regionally exclusive Pokemon, like timed-based Pokemon. Like Smeargle, the new Pokemon that finally added from Gen 2, you can only get him through taking photos. So you can go on your Pokemon, your collection of Pokemon, and now it has like a camera thing. You aim it, you take AR photos, that's just a fun little thing you can do, like have Totodile staring at some meat. Like I've seen that. But then the chance Smeargle will pop up, like your photo bomb, like, ha, I'm here. And then you're like, oh, cool, back out. And then he's popped up on your little map there. And then you can just catch him that way. And then whatever Pokemon he snapped, like say you got Totodile, he'll get whatever move that Totodile knew, like Bite and Water Gun or something.
Oh, okay.
He'll imprint those moves, and then that's what he knows now. So you can probably farm that out. But it took me like 600 photos to do that. Really? Not realising that it only counts on the first one. Like if you don't get him by the first picture you take, you don't get him. But I must have tried like 50 Pokemon or so, like individual Pokemon. Took me my fucking ever. My housemate got it in like 3 turns.
So wait, what do you mean by like the first photo you take?
The first picture you take,
yeah,
it will be, and then when you go back to them, like to review the photos you take, and it'll always be the first one. I thought for the longest time it was in any of the collection, because it wasn't like the Pokemon Go didn't tell us how it worked exactly, so I was just taking pictures forever, and it just took forever. And like even when I was using different Pokemon, it still took me like 50 different Pokemon, even on the first try to get it.
So you're saying that every time you take a photo, you should just back out and just go back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can't really go back in. You have to you can back out and then back all the way out, and then you have to pick a new Pokemon. It's not exactly a fluid system, but yeah, I eventually got it while sitting on the toilet. Where all good things happen.
Lordy Lord.
So yeah, I do like all the systems, but sometimes it makes it hard because now I'm worried like people are thinking like Magnezone and Probopass, because the way they evolve, you go to a specific location and you level them up. People are thinking you get Magneton, take a location at like a power plant, somewhere that's kind of electricity-y, and then it will level up. I'm like, I don't think Pokemon Go is that good.
No, because they always said for the longest time that Pikachu would show up and Electric-type would show up at power plants, but every time I went to those sorts of places, there would be nothing there.
I know that with early game stuff, I couldn't tell you now. Like there are nests in different biomes, but I barely leave my suburb to go and check.
Yeah. Like
when I lived in Ipswich, there was a big, not a power plant, but like a big, what do you call it? Transformer? No, it was a really, really big power pole.
Yeah.
One of those, yeah. And when I went there, it was just Rattatas. That's when the game came out. I'm like, what the fuck am I even doing here? No Pikachus here.
I've been to like power plants in Rome, or I've been to power plants around my house. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Well, not in Australia anyway.
Yeah, that's
they're
what I was
probably
saying,
more
work.
specific in America, but in Australia it's not.
Yeah. I know you could probably report that, like say, like, hey, this is the power plant. It should be like electric Pokemon or power plant related Pokemon here. Can I have that? And like, cool, eradicate.
Awesome. You can have some.
Alolan Geodude.
Yeah. Won't notice the difference.
So annoying. Any other opinions on Pokemon Go or Pokemon in general, or Pokemon Snap, or Pokemon Snap 2? The snapping.
I was waiting for that. Pokemon Snap 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nope.
Pikachu Boogaloo. Is this a Pikachu?
Oh no, Detective Pikachu could be called Electric Boogaloo or something. An electric pun on that. I hate it.
Detective Pikachu 2, Electric Boogaloo. That would be so good. They need to do that.
They won't, because like barely, like people only know like the name of it, and like only not that many people, like the Pokemon like kids aren't gonna know like what the fuck Pokemon like Electric Boogaloo. This is a weird Rob Snyder movie from like 2000.
Boogaloo. That would be great. No, I don't have a huge opinion on it. I'd like to go back and play the older games that I never played.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, I want more Pokemon content, but there's so much there I haven't actually touched.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like, yeah.
So.
Just buy 2DS XL.
I mean, I've got the 3DS. I could play games on that.
My thing is that with the DS, my 3DS, is that the screen's too small because I've been spoiled by the Switch, and even like my volume.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I don't really care. I've done it before.
That's fair. I played Alpha Sapphire on my regular 3DS. I'm like, I just want a bigger screen.
I can't warrant buying another DS for like, what, another half-inch of screen?
It's more than half an inch. It's like 2 inches, I think.
I think the 3DS is like this big, and then the 3DS XL is like this big.
Not really. I forget the dimensions, but I wrote them down.
Maybe it's like an inch, or like at max an inch and a half of screen.
On screen, I know XL is 4.4 inches, but I don't remember.
Yeah, like I can't warrant that. And if I was going to buy one, I'd buy like one of the new 3DSs.
Yeah, that's what I want, a new 3DS XL.
But that's too much for a dying console for me. Like
for me, like it's Pokemon and then the Zelda games I missed.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've probably got a DS. Like I can't warrant
That's
it.
fair.
And if I was going to do it, I'd just buy a 2DS XL, probably one of the old ones, or like a something.
You can get them real cheap from EB. Like they're
Yeah.
like $120, I want to say.
I want to get something so me and Nina can play those games together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there an EB around here that would still be open?
Probably not. Not on a Sunday. Why?
I want to find out.
There's an EB in Toowong, but I don't know if it's still open. They probably close at 12.
Yeah, it's 6.
It's 6. Everything
no
shut.
way.
So
There's no way. It's all shut down now.
nothing else.
Nothing else. That's it.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please click that like button and then subscribe.
And then unsubscribe.
If you have any opinions about our shocking hair today, leave a comment in the comment below.
Wore a hat today because we're playing Pokemon Go.
Yep, and then we forgot to fix hair / wear our hats down here because we were just tired. We're physically tired. Video recommendations: watch Polygon Unraveled on YouTube.
Yeah, he's
that
funny.
series is really good. I recommend it. It's only like 8 episodes long at the moment. It's fucking brilliant. It's what I wish I could do. He is my hero, Brian David Gilbert.
Yeah,
He's
like I don't know, skinny JonTron, but better content.
Yeah, much fucking better content. For me, do you know the McElroy brothers?
No.
They also worked at Polygon. They did the Adventure Zone podcast, the D&D podcast. They still do it. They kind of have the same energy. I call them like adjacent energies because like they're a trio of people versus a one manic dude.
Yeah, he's very manic.
It's great.
It's hilarious.
He also paints his nails.
Time break.
Time break.
Time break.
Time break. I love it. It's so good. Check it out. And until next time.
Catch you later.
Bye.